I don't talk about Utah often. With this story, it's really tragic because you just have a person that's just flat out irresponsible, a troubled person, and trouble so much that I guess he was never really fully held accountable, and it ended up costing two innocent babies, their lives. So let me tell y'all about this story if you don't mind. Give me just a moment, and let me preface before we start. Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, news web articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer. So, Salt Lake City, Utah. I'm getting this story from KUTV.com, so thank you for the article. The Utah County Attorney's Office has filed amended charges against the man accused of killing two 3-year-old boys when he allegedly crashed his car while he was high on drugs. And I want y'all to look at this. These are mugshot pictures of Carrot Top, this idiot, this redhead, this dummy. And he literally looks like completely different people in all of these mugshots. And this is just the definition of a thug and just a terrible, terrible individual that should have never had an opportunity to do this. And I want y'all to hear this story. Kent Cody Barlow, Kent, Kent Cody, Cody Barlow, Barlow, accused of causing the deaths of these two babies that you see on my screen, Hunter Jackson and Odin Ratliff, who were playing in an open pen at the Cedar Valley Stables in Eagle Mountain on May the 2nd, when a vehicle, police say Barlow was driving, crashed through the gates and struck the two children before hitting concrete and flipping over into that mess that you guys see right there. Oh, fake Ed Sheeran looking ass little boy. Just a stupid individual. The previous Utah County attorney had charged Barlow with 2 second-degree felonies counts of manslaughter, which left the boys' parents disappointed. I definitely understand that. According to Utah's criminal code, an individual who recklessly causes the death of another individual, among several other definitions, is considered to have committed manslaughter. Second-degree felonies carry with them 1 to 15-year prison sentences and fines up to $10,000, which can be enhanced by aggravating factors. First-degree murder charges are usually filed when a person... Give me just a second here. Got things popping up. First-degree murder charges are usually filed when a person causes the death of another intentionally. You have to have some intent rather than recklessly. The punishments include 5 years to life in prison and a fine up to $10,000, which can be also enhanced by aggravating factors. So I think some of this, they were probably wondering, why is it not a murder charge? Because there wasn't intent. This clearly was not intent. It was just reckless. There are several circumstances in Utah's code that allow for manslaughter charges to be pushed up to murder charges, including participating in activity that's indifferent to human life and results in the death of another, which county attorney office is using to increase the severity of the charges. So let me skip some of this. Amended court documents were filed Wednesday by the Deputy Utah County Attorney, Ryan McBride, which charged Barlow with 2 first-degree felony counts of acting under circumstances evidencing a depraved indifference to human life, knowingly engaging in conduct which created a grave risk of death to another and thereby caused the death of another. A third charge of possession or use controlled substance is also I think they cut it off there. A preliminary hearing on the new charges was held Thursday morning in front of the 4th District Judge Robert Lund, who approved the amended charges. This will essentially start the court process for over from the beginning. I don't really know what they were trying to say there. There was some typos in there. But let me give you guys the fair usage. And I think but see, the problem is they want to try to get a conviction. So you got to just hope that happens here. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. Now, I'll try to keep this part short. I'll try to keep this part short. If y'all would, do me a favor, please click that thumbs up and leave a comment if you guys have some comments about this. I'm going to show these quick videos.
It doesn't feel very real. Obviously, the memories that I have in my mind from last night are very real.
Family, friends, and an entire community are grieving tonight. It's been a little more than 24 hours since a car careened into a corral at a horse stable in Eagle Mountain. That car not only damaged property, it ran over two 3-year-old boys who died instantly. Tonight, Fox 13 News anchor Brian Schnee spoke to the mother of one of those boys who says Odin Ratliff and Hunter Jackson were new best friends who were inseparable.
We heard the sirens last night. We had no idea what was going on.
Carol Crane heard the news of two young boys tragically passing away.
I guess Odin liked tractors and trucks.
It happened Monday night while 3-year-olds Odin Ratliff and Hunter Jackson were inside of a corral playing in the dirt.
I processed with toy store visits and trucks, and he was a good kid.
The memorial here in Eagle Mountain started with some balloons and nameplates growing now to flowers and some candles, and it even grew to include some toys for precious Odin, who loved his trucks.
The barn is our safe haven.
Odin's mom, Teresa, has been part of the vaulting club for years.
It's a place where I go when I'm not okay, and I hope that is still the case.
She was teaching a class Monday night.
I had just seen him in the barn, not even 2 minutes prior. And we heard the god-awful crash, and it lasted like 30 seconds.
A driver speeding off the road, barreling through multiple fences, tearing through everything in his path.
And I was like, I have to go find him. And then I saw him in the wreckage, and I just ran. And he was gone. There was nothing I could have done.
Both her son Odin and his friend Hunter were killed.
I don't ever want to scream the way I did that day. Ever.
Teresa says Odin and Hunter were friends because one day Odin took Hunter's hand and off they went to play with trucks in the corral.
Odin was the most unique child I think I've ever met, and I'm so blessed to have called him my son.
Families now ripped apart, trying to grieve and remember the best times they had with their 3-year-old boys.
I'm gonna miss him like crazy, and I already do. He's probably up there with a lot of people who love him right now. Always say I love you.
In Eagle Mountain.
And always mean it.
Brian Schnee.
Always.
Fox 13 News, Utah.
Because he always did.
Meanwhile, 25-year-old Kent Cody Barlow remains in the Utah County Jail, facing multiple felony charges tonight, including 2 counts of automobile homicide and reckless driving, along with drug possession. This is a mugshot from a prior arrest and conviction for drug possession back in 2018. Investigators believe he was using methamphetamine at the time of last night's crash.
It sucks. I've got grandkids that age, and you don't have to be a parent, you don't have to be a grandparent to understand the gravity of what happened here last night and the senseless nature of what happened.
Barlow had 3 passengers in the car with him. The car, as you can see, was destroyed. Somehow, none of them suffered any life-threatening.
So he had 3 passengers in there. None of them died. They all had to have known he was high. Maybe they were all getting high. And they killed the babies. And I gotta be real with y'all and say something that might come off very wrong and very callous. But it would have been nicer to have those idiots that were in the car, have them pass away, and have the children here to tell the story that we almost were caught up in a situation behind these idiots. And it's just unfortunate that we have to report it this way. But that dude has never been nothing in life. He's never going to be nothing in life. There's no rehabilitation. And it's just unfortunate that you can't get the death penalty behind this because you can't get a first-degree murder charge. So all he's going to get is life in prison. But he needs every bit of that with no parole. Let me know what you guys think about this story. From my heart to yours, I love you all. Prayers and condolences to the family out there. If you guys listen to the story, like, share, subscribe to the AFC podcast. Let me know what you guys think and go from there. But very, very sad. So RIP to those baby boys.